Namaskar, welcome to Satya Skills. In this video, let us learn about Ashoka the Great. Ashoka was the most popular emperor not only among Mauryan kings but also among the other great kings and emperors in the world because of his efforts to bring peace and justice to the grassroots level of the society. His concern for common man welfare was not seen before Ashoka under any ruler or in any country. Thus, he was honored by saying Ashoka the Great, and his contemporary rulers and scholars added Devanam Priya Priyadarshani, which means beloved of gods and gracious of appearance. His name was inscribed as Dharmashoka on the Sarnath inscription of Kumaradevi. That proves how much he was loved by his people. Ashoka was born in 268 BC in Patliputram, and his parents were Bindusara and Subhadrangi. Ashoka was the second son of Bindusara and was the grandson of Chandragupta Maurya, and he was the third emperor of great Mauryan dynasty. He married Mahadevi, who was also popular as Vidisha Devi, and she was a Buddhist who introduced Buddhism to Ashoka. His other three queens were Asandimitra, Padmavati, Tisharaksha. His children were Mahindra, Sangamitra, Kunala, Taivala and Jalauka. Of all these, Mahindra the crown prince became Buddhist monk and Kunala became his successor. Ashoka was forgotten by the history until he was recognized by a British Orientalist. In 1837 AD, a British scholar, Orientalist James Prinsep, recognized greatness of Ashoka through a destroyed pillar edict and started exploring for such inscriptions. He was able to collect a few such inscriptions with lot of efforts and made a detailed study and submitted his research report. That report rocked the world of history with Ashoka's greatness. His research report brought out the greatness of Ashoka, and through that report he introduced the Emperor Ashoka the Great to the world. Ashoka was referred to as Ashoka the Great because he was the first emperor with a vast and mighty kingdom to ban war, and he focused total attention on public welfare. He was popular as a mighty emperor who renounced the war and promoted concept of dharma among general public. Ashoka means without sorrow. He was well educated in socio-economic and political administration and well trained in martial arts and war arts, and was a very courageous warrior. At the age of 18, his father appointed him as the governor to the province of Avanti, and he was able to suppress revolt there. Again he was sent to Takshila, where his elder brother failed to control the revolt, but Ashoka could do it. His success proved his power of war skills and administrative strength. According to most of the historians, Ashoka was the second son among four sons of Bindusara, and the eldest one, Susima, who was not favoured by Bindusara, and crowned Ashoka as his successor. During first 5 to 10 years of his rule, he conquered all neighbors except Kalinga, a small country. He declared war against Kalinga and it ended in favor of Ashoka, but he realized that his victory was at the cost of thousands and thousands of lives of innocent, loyal youth on both sides. This realization transformed him and he became Dharmashoka, as was written on some inscriptions. Majority of his inscriptions were in Brahmi script, official language of Magadha, and 1 or 2 in Greek language, 2 or 3 in local languages. Most of Ashoka's edicts were concerned with reforms, morals and peace. After Kalinga war, Ashoka embraced Buddhism, but he never showed any opposition or hostility towards any other faith in his kingdom. Ashoka's dharma in his words was, dharma is to be the energetic practice of socio-moral virtues such as honesty, compassion, non-violence, good behavior and truthfulness. This was what kept propagated throughout his life. He believed in the policy of religious tolerance called Bahusruti policy, which is very popular in Hindu philosophy. He followed Saivism before becoming Buddhist. In Babru Edict, he declared his faith in Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. As a result of the efforts of Ashoka and his missionaries, Tissa, the then ruler of Ceylon, that is Sri Lanka, embraced Buddhism and the entire country converted to Buddhism. Ashoka appointed special officers called Dharma Mahamantras and Dharma Yuktas to help general public in spiritual progress. He was responsible to make Buddhism a world religion. Ashoka helped other faiths by constructing temples, etc. He planted trees, developed mango groves, herbal plants, and constructed rest houses and wells for travelers, made provisions for the treatment of general public, that is hospitals, and also constructed veterinary hospitals for animals. Edict 6 says Ashoka's ideal for kingship, people of his kingdom are his children. He says, just as for my children I desire that they should enjoy all happiness and prosperity, so my people in my kingdom. He sent several missionaries to different parts of the world to spread non-violence and other dharmas. The dharma policy of Ashoka contains the following fundamental principles that are guiding principles. They are Samyam, that is a mastery over the senses as given in Yoga Sutras, Bhava Suddhi, purity of thought, Krutagnyata, gratitude, Druda Bhakti, firm devotion, Daya, kindness, Dana, charity, Saucha, physical and emotional purity or cleanliness, Satyam, truthfulness, Sushruta, services, Samprapatti, supporting the good deeds, good works and good people, Apachiti, that is reverence. He says, he who thought in terms of praising his own religion by insulting or talking less about other religions, he did a great injury to his own religion. This is the basic principle on which the entire spirituality built in this land. Ashoka died in 232 BC at the age of 72 at Patliputra. His son Kunala became the emperor and ruled for some years in the same path built by Ashoka. Later, Mauryan dynasty completely vanished due to weak rulers and weak army within 50 years. The last Mauryan emperor was Brihadrada and was assassinated in 185 BC by one of his generals, Pushyamitra Sangha. That's all in this video. Thank you for watching.